Now, let's talk about something that is both graceful and empowering. The fact that ballet is for everyone. It's not just for ballet dancers or ballerinas. It's not just about learning the steps of ballet and attending a ballet class. It is something that we can all do in our own homes to help us develop strength, balance, confidence, and to get us a little bit closer to a very unique and beautiful expressive art form as well. Plus, it's a lot of fun to feel like a dancer.
It is.
And to pirouette around your home. So in our theme, pirouettes, we have created some special cards.
Yes, that's right. This is our Ballet for All cards, and the idea, and you want to show these from the top?
Sure.
Yeah,
We can show them for the top.
Yeah. Let's see here. All right.
Here we go. Okay, so got my little pipe cleaners here for our activity.
Well, thank you, Tedley. My family gathers around the phone when Mr. Bunny comes on. Aww. Tedley, we had a great time catching up on some of your adventures.
Yes, we did.
We found your video adventures, and we really enjoyed them. Okay.
Okay, so these are the cards from an activity in Pirouette. Maybe we can want to find that activity right now, where we are sharing with our children the ballet positions. Now, this is probably familiar to anyone who has taken a ballet class. There are 5 classic positions that you can put your body into. That beginner, in my
user discretion is advised.
That you can put yourself into.
You could put yourself into these.
And also that are great to learn, because when your child is watching a ballet, they may be able to see the dancers moving into these different positions and identify them. They're just really cool. It's actually just really, really fun. It feels good to put your body into these positions and to move through them gracefully, as though, I think that it feels to me like very akin to yoga or Tai Chi. It's like kind of meditative and fun to try to move your body into these positions fluidly. So here we have some little sequencing cards. These are ballet position cards. And we also have the instruction cards that go with them.
That's right. So this is from our, like we said, this is from the current month. Mm-hmm. All right. So do you want me to read the directions, or sorry?
Sure. Go ahead.
Yeah. All right. So first, you're going to introduce the lesson by explaining to your child that ballet dancers use 5 special positions to start and end many of their dance moves. And you're going to say something like, ballet dancing is all about graceful, controlled movements, and the 5 basic positions are where it all begins.
Yes.
Let's learn each one and practice together. All right. And then you're going to pick up the first picture card, and you're going to place it on the workspace, and you're going to say something like, oh, and you're going to read the instructional card.
Yes, okay? Which is
right here.
Right here.
Yeah. All right. What does that one say?
It says, stand with your heels together and your toes turned outward, forming a V shape. Your arms are rounded in front of you with your fingertips just a few inches apart at waist level, creating a soft oval shape. Now you are in first position.
That's right.
And then you're going to continue. You're going to make your body do that if you can. And then you're going to read about second position. I know. And you'll kind of just pay attention to the card as well. So when you're reading about your toes are turned outward, you and your child are going to probably point to that part on the card and talk about it. So this first part is really about just kind of setting up the cards, reading about them, discussing them. And something that you should know is that 5th position is actually an advanced technique. It's pretty hard.
Yeah, because you have
practicing
to put your legs in a very kind of difficult spot. Probably not super difficult for a little one.
Actually, might be easier for kids than it is for us.
They're very rubbery.
Very flexible kids.
But for those with the gray beards, it's a little tricky.
Practicing first through fourth position regularly will allow you to feel more and more comfortable for fifth position when you get there. But this is the very first part. It's just the card layout. Maybe you're exploring. And then you're going to just kind of play with these regularly, you know. So you could, for example, mix them up, all right, and then call them out to your child. Let's do fourth position. Do you remember what it is? And you're maybe standing in front of a mirror and you're putting yourself into fourth position, and then you check with the card. Or, sorry.
Where's that Mr. Bunny when I need him?
Yeah. You actually bring up a really good point, and that is that if you have a doll that is very flexible or a stuffy that's super flexible, you could put your stuffy into the position that the ballet dancer is in, and I think that's really lovely. But what we're going to demonstrate today is an extension of this activity that our members have in their pirouette packets. We are going to make our own ballet dancers.
That's right.
Out of pipe cleaners.
Now this one, so the cards and everything are found there in the packet. If you're not a member and you want to get your hands on those to see all the fun stuff inside a theme, you can sign up for that free trial. But this, dear viewers, is an extension not found in the packet. Exclusive for those who join us on the Power Hour.
It is. Dun, dun. All right, so I'm going to give you some pipe cleaners, David. Here are 3 pipe cleaners for you. I think I'm going to take, I'm tempted to do pink because that makes me think of ballet, but I'm actually just going to do blue because it doesn't really matter. And we can make as many dancers as we want. So,
are they tiny dancers?
They'll be little tiny dancers. All right, so what we're going to do is we're just going to each make some ballet dancers in any way that we like, and then we will make our dancers into the positions of these ballet cards. Okay, and let's see who can make a dancer the fastest, and go. Now, you guys should know that of the two of us, David is the better sculptor.
But of the two of us, one has tried this before.
I have more practice. I have more practice with pipe cleaners. We've got scissors if we need to use some scissors. Okay. All right. I should have timed us on this. Okay. I don't know if anyone at home has their pipe cleaners, but if you do, you can do this with us. Oh, okay. I don't know what I'm doing here. I think I made a mistake. I'm going to go backwards.
So we want to also stress the importance of trying things before you give the lesson.
No, we don't. This is a creative activity right here. Okay, and we're just here to have fun.
Thank you, G-Dan. Okay. She's cheering for us both.
Yes.
Well, look at mine. I think mine is fantastic.
I told you that he would win this. All right, here I am. I'm going to make my little foot.
I won it because not to scale.
What? But it's cute. But you did it. Okay,
right.
So I've almost got a foot. Okay, here's what mine looks like, friends.
Let's see that from the top.
Okay, and then I'm going to give myself some little arms. So I'm going to use a half one of these.
Friends, I hope you're having as good of a time as we are. All right, what do you got there?
Okay, now I've got mine. Mine is much smaller than yours, but it's also nice.
Wow, it is nice. I like it.
Thank you. Okay, I'm just making my last little hand. Did you make hands?
Yeah.
No, you didn't. You gotta make some little feet. How else are you gonna have your feet move in the right position of the ballet dancer if you don't have feet? Okay, so
Gosh.
gotta make feet
so
and
critical.
hands. I'm not critical. I'm just realistic.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
So here are our ballet dancers. Now, something that I probably would be inspired to do. One of my dancers has a leg that's longer than the other.
Yeah.
That's totally fine. Okay, friends. So once you've made your little dancer, I'm kind of looking at this little dancer and I'm inspired. I'm kind of feeling like I want to make a little tutu or something. So I'm just going to follow that instinct. And I'm going to wrap this little bit of pink around my dancer's waist. And see if I can just make a little tutu. Here we go.
Wow,
okay,
that's very nice, Aubrey.
This is adorable.
Yeah.
Okay. Here
Mine does
we
have
go.
the quality of like a chimpanzee or something. His arms are so very long.
You're going to like those long arms. Okay. All right. So here's my dancer. And here's, is it top down? Oh, sorry.
We can do
top
either
down. Way. Okay. So here are our dancers. And then you can get your cards and you can pick a card. So let's do it right now. Let's go ahead and just say, let's make first position.
Okay.
With our dancers. You ready?
Yep.
Okay.
La 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 la.
Oh, there we go. Okay. My feet, my legs won't stay together, but there. Ta-da! Dancers in first position.
Look at that.
Okay, now make, let's do second position.
Okay, second position. Whoa, and
go. So the arms go
out.
The
legs are going to go out. Okay. And the arms are going to go out.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the legs go out. Second position, friends.
Yay!
Yay! All right, third position, and go.
La 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 la.
You are singing Nutcracker, aren't you? I know you started. You're like, okay, and then ta-da. Now you see why we needed to have hands. Oh, and my legs. I have to hold my legs down. Well, and there.
Perfect.
And then fourth position, and
oh my goodness.
Go. Now, this arm goes up over the head, and this arm goes down.
And this leg kind of goes in front.
And this leg goes in front. Okay. Like that. And fifth position, and go. Let's see now. Oh, nice. Yeah, this is fun. This is fun. This is so fun. Okay, I'm going to have to kind of twist my legs here. And now the feet are perfectly in line. Ta-da!
Wow.
Okay, so flip us back so that they can, yeah, there we go. Okay, so the thing is, when you are working with children, it is so helpful to have tactile tools.
Yes.
And so what we have done is, with our bodies, of course, yes, using your body is, it's literal embodiment, right? It's gross motor. It is a way to tactilely to connect an abstract idea like a position with an actual body movement, right? But if you want your children to learn them faster, you will find another tactile way to represent it. And so making a little doll like this, and even if you can't make your pipe cleaner doll do the exact position, or maybe your feet aren't the same size, just moving the arms up and down and playing with the positions. As we were doing this, I actually wanted to make a series of dolls. Did you? Did you have that idea?
That'd be fun, yeah.
I really wanted to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these little guys in a row, and then I wanted to make them all do the different positions.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like this approach to teaching is so much more effective than a poster on your wall of the positions or anything. And you can take it a step further by incorporating fun little games. You could play Simon Says, like little games with it.
That's right.
You could write command cards for your child. These are all extensions that you can do to go along with this activity. So
we actually have a fun one called in the pack called Flamingos Like to Listen.
We do. Those are command cards.
And those are command cards. I can imagine kind of combining these a little bit. But
yeah, so how would we make command cards about the ballet positions?
You could describe the steps that would be needed to make the position.
Well, we kind of do that already here.
That's true, but I was thinking on these little strips. What are you imagining?
I guess I was imagining something much more simple, like stand in first position.
Okay, yeah, great.
Okay, and I wrote this the most sloppy handwriting ever. But
that's the worst thing I've ever seen.
Okay, but this is a Montessori technique. What might we do? And friends, you can answer too if you have thoughts on this. You know, so this is giving you ideas based on what you know we do when we create activities for our thematic units. And if you have taken any of our foundation courses, what you know about what we like to do with this kind of thing, what would be our next step? Do you know what I'm thinking? Are you thinking what I'm thinking? No, nothing. I'm thinking this is a reading activity, but there are lots of opportunities here within it. You could talk about how we start a sentence with a capital letter and we end it with a period.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Or you could put grammar symbols above each one, right? So we've got stand in first position. So we're starting this sentence with a verb, which is really fun, which would be a big red circle. So you could lay the grammar symbols over these little sentences. You could also write descriptive sentences about your little dolls. And so it could be like, the dancer, oops. Can you think of what I might say about a dancer? The dancer.
The dancer.
Give me a verb.
Hops.
Hops. The dancer hops, period. Okay? An easy little sentence. And then you could make your dancer hop, you know? So you are playing with this whole concept of positions. A lot of people, you know, learn about Montessori, think it's all about the cards, download a bunch of cards, show their kids how to put their cards on a rug, and then they're like, why isn't my kid interested in these cards? Everyone said Montessori worked, but clearly it's boring, right? So the cards are a way to extend the lesson visually and to help your child kind of sort and organize information. It really is, all we're doing is we're providing visual information for children to kind of sort and categorize on a rug, right? But then it's up to you to make this information relevant and fun and playful for your child. Yeah. And there are a lot of ways that you can extend them in that way.
That's right. I think, and having spent a bit of time on Instagram recently, I can imagine that in the traditional Instagram way, these would look picture perfect.
Oh, yes.
But that's not the real world. Have fun. I see that Sua likes the blue and Ezra the green, and they want to do it right now. Exactly. It's supposed to be fun, not perfect. So go have some fun.